Hello, the bearded burbler from down there, and down there is literally down in a tunnel today at the Alexandria battery at Sandy Bay. This is very interesting, a very historical old fort. In the early days, before Australia was actually federated, there was a fairly big fear of invasion by the Russians or the French, and many coastal batteries were set up to protect towns. This is a 12-pounder rifled breech-loading cannon that was used at Alexandria Battery, which guarded the approaches up the Derwent River. This is the fort that was built, and this is what's left of the fort as it is today. Now, those 12-pounder rifle guns were quite accurate, but they used a special system, and as you can see from the cantilever mechanism, they were designed to pop up over the parapet of the redoubt, fire their shell, and then retract back down into the redoubt. Quite an interesting concept. And as you can see, the fortifications that were done here in the 1880s were quite extensive and included storage for powder, storage for ammunition, and living quarters for the soldiers who manned the battery, which in this case would have been redcoat soldiers. Now, these batteries were actually concealed, so from the river you couldn't see them. They were down below the parapet on a grassy knoll, not the kind of grassy knoll you're thinking of. And the ammunition was stored in the hillside where it was protected, and quite an amazing thing it was. So you can imagine, if this cannon was still there, what it would look like. And of course, much of what was built in those days was built out of stone or brick, and so it's all pretty much still there. The cannon themselves have been removed from their original swivel mounts, but one of them is actually there in the park. Now, the breastworks that were done were quite extensive as well, and from the Derwent River you really have a commanding view of absolutely nothing. You can't see this fort from the river. But from the fort, you have a very commanding view of the Derwent River and its approaches, and this was the whole idea. So basically there were two 12-pounders that were mounted on cantilevers, along with a supplement of a couple of 32-pounder guns mounted on wheels, and these were in various redoubts situated throughout the fort complex, which was enlarged over the years, but as you can see, it is quite extensive. And it's all still there, so if you want to go looking for it, it's right there for you to find. Well, there you have it. A little bit more to see and do out in what we like to call the 2-hour circle. We'll see you out there. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.